Artlets. So my name is Timothy John Cayton Santiago. I am a first-year philosophy student and I am running for the position of Vice President External for the Artlets Student Council.
Hi, so I'm a Ierathel F. Tabuno. At the moment, I am 19. I am going to be your next ED.
So if ever given the opportunity to become part of the executive board and being able to coordinate and handle responsibilities given to me, especially being able to coordinate with the administration, we will ensure talaga na number one, we will establish perfect communication within the admin and the AB Student Council, because especially now, as being part of the current student council, we've seen na communication is something that has become very evident in times of the pandemic sa online setting natin and dito sa schooling natin as students. Number two, we would establish dialogue, of course, kasi it has also been noted na the Artlets Student Council for the last 6 to 7 months has been using dialogue as a platform to better relay the problems and the concerns of the students, and overall naging super maayos naman talaga ang relationship and communication ng admin and the Artlets Student Council sa pag-relay ng mga problema, interest, concerns ng students. And ito yung aim natin na if ever we get the opportunity nga to get elected, na paputuloy natin yung ganitong kind of sistema sa ating magiging executive board, kasi it's very crucial for us to really state na kailangan magkaroon ng strong relationship ang admin tsaka ang students and magkaroon ng very strong communication, especially sa pag-transition ng face-to-face classes, kasi kailangan as a representative of the student body, we need to heed the call of our student community in being able to become assertive in bringing up the concerns ng mga students, especially sa panahon nga ngayon. So, yun.
Bale po, my stance in that is that I would be more of being in the middle, but also still seeing myself stand on the line towards where the artist community is situated. So, I will be bridging the collaboration between our administration, not just because it's the responsibility that is mandated to me through our constitution, but I also think it's integral for me to be able to do that, because in our return to face-to-face classes, the collaboration between the council, which is the representative of the student body, and our administration is something that we cannot leave behind or just do half-baked, because it should be one of our responsibilities to stay at the table when they are making the decisions. We should be able to take a stand into the decision making of our administration, so as not to leave our artlets just being passive receivers of their memos, passive receivers of their decisions. I will be, as much as I can, I will be going to make sure that if not only myself, I will be encouraging my fellow executive board members, if given the chance, that we should always at least have a say in everything that the administration will be deciding on if we are to return into the face-to-face classes. Nonetheless, even if we're not gonna be returning yet soon, which is something that I think a lot of artists do not want right now, we will still be pushing for #ligtas na balik eskwela po. I think there should be a collaborative effort po between not only our council but also other councils inside the university, if possible also other councils from different schools, since a lot of the problems we are facing right now are problems that stem not only within UST but also outside UST. So aside from this collaborative effort between the councils, we also will need to make better proactive actions in asking what the artist needs, and I think the update and upgrade will also be able to cater to that, since it will be making sure that we hear from the artlets what they want their council to do, and it will also be an opportunity for the artists to make sure that they get to check and they get to put in paper what they want us to be accomplishing for them. So it's a two-way process kind of communication, but first and foremost po talaga, we need to be proactive in collaborating with other councils so that we do not leave our concerns just within AB, since it's also a priority for us to transcend whatever change that we are able to do here.
For the last time na the Artist Student Council has been communicating with the administration, so super naging mahirap din talaga ang pag-form ng dialogue. And what the current Student Council has done in order to formulate dialogue with the admin, number one, kung napansin po natin, the current Student Council has been providing data-driven dialogues. Now, for example, something I've been able to work with before is nung nagkaroon ng Typhoon Kiko, tsaka Typhoon Jolina last October of 2021. And before noon, we really pushed for an academic break with the admin dialogue, with the admin, kaso we really had a hard time trying to engage these concerns. And what our current student council did was to create a survey, a constituency check, and being able to collect data from the students to tell them kung kamusta ba ang mga estudyante natin. And I think na yung data na na-collect natin from there on, nagamit siya to back our dialogue with the admin. So if ever nga po na mangyari po yun ulit, we will ensure na if we are able to create a dialogue with the admin, pantay yung platforms natin and may paglalaban talaga natin yung concerns sa mga students through that method. So yun po. After naman ng AB elections, labas na dito ang political party, no? Doesn't matter kung sino ang mananalo sa mismong AB elections. What matters the most is that if ever we get elected to our positions, we are able to serve the best interest of the students itself. Kasi even before running, I think each and every one of us in our slate has acknowledged the possibility na lahat kami, there's a possibility na hindi kami makapasok. But of course, nandun naman yung determination namin to serve na kahit sino ang pumasok po sa student body, we will always be willing to put the best interest of the students first in order for us to better serve the AB community itself.
I don't think it will be a very big barrier, since if I am correct, if I may drop the name, Dekada is also a progressive party, and they are not restrictive towards other candidates. So I don't see it as a big problem, although it may be a challenge since we're not trained together, since I'm training by myself. It will be a challenge at first, but I think it will be a good way to go as well, to learn from each other and to push ourselves further, not only in what I think, but also in the point of view of their party. I think the council at the moment is doing its best po and being flexible towards the changing times. So last year, we were given the hope that we were finally going to be able to come back at least at the latter half of first sem or at the latter half or the first half of second sem. So the council right now, or the executive board, is doing its best not only to adjust in whatever way they can, but also see to it that we are not also foregoing a lot of the objectives that they initially promised the Artlets community. So whatever laps that we may see right now, I think that these can be solved in the following academic years. But as much as I would want to support as well the executive board right now, the only lapse that I would be able to say to you is that maybe we need a more complete executive board so that our internal vice president, our treasurer, our chief of staff is not overly burdened by the job of other positions that are not filled in through the election. So I would like to really encourage as well the Artlets community or any Artlet to run for a position, maybe not now since 12 of candidacy is finished, but in the special elections, I would really look forward to seeing many more Artlets try to run for a position because that would solve the lacks that we have right now. Magiging mas maayos po ang pamamalakad natin sa council and sa Artlets community if we see a lot of student leaders who have the initiative po para hindi nahihirapan ang mga konti lang na nasa executive board.
Well, for me, as my experience and point of view ko, being able to serve the council po for the last 6 to 7 months, I think there aren't that much notable issues or problems na nakikita ko with the current ABSC administration. And mentioning na since we are in the height of the pandemic, adjusting and really trying to heed the call of the concerns of the students has been really hard for a lot of student leaders. Di lang naman sa executive board, down to the staff, to the directors, to the committee, everyone has done their part in trying to ensure talaga na maayos ang pag-function natin as one council. Pero rather than trying to say na there is something may lapses ang current ABSC administration, there's really something that can be improved on. Kaya kung mapapansin po natin yung mga platforms na tinatry na i-offer ng aming slate are platforms that bank on the purpose on trying to improve what we see sa current ABSC administration. So ayun,